don't think shit stink, pink gators. My Detroit players, Tim's for my hooligans and Brooklyn.
Welcome back. Came off the Ashley Rodriguez. Coming in, talking a little sports with us, shooting the shit. Always a good time. You guys call the show 626-208-9040 is the number. Again, want to thank Juicy Whip, official sponsor of the show. Check them out at Juicy Whip on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And right now, we've got a special guest in the hizzle, Mr. Corrado himself on Twitter. How are you doing, sir?
How you doing, brother? You hear me?
Dude, I hear you loud and clear. Can you hear us okay?
Absolutely.
All right, great to talk to you, man. Once again, he is our one of the best Twitter follows out there. It's at Forza Corrado, FORZACORRADO. I'm telling you guys, if you want to laugh during the day, you follow this man. I don't know where you come up with half your puns or half your one-liners or your sarcastic BS, man, but it's some good shit.
Thanks, man. Well, I'm in Philly, so there's plenty of material around me. I have four sports teams I could take the material from.
Right? I mean, you've got a shit show going on in almost every team, except this year. I mean, you got to say, man, I really like what the Eagles are doing, where they're going, and I think that they have a legitimate shot this year to win the NFC East.
They do. It's partially because of their improvements and also because of the events in the division, the parole team that's up in that's down in Dallas, parole board team.
Don't hit me low already. Don't hit me low already. Come on now.
I had to start right away. Now, come on.
Right?
And then, the Giants with, drama queen Odell. I don't, whether he's really hurt or not.
Yeah. Did you hear us earlier? Is he not the biggest drama? Is he not the biggest little bitch in the NFL right now?
He is. He's Oscar worthy every performance. But,
unbelievable.
So there's a lot of it's partially due to our improvements, but also the Redskins are the Redskins. I mean, they're usually chaos is what they operate on.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of a few things. So
but you got to be excited though. As an Eagles fan, you got to be excited in the direction, especially the growth of Carson Wentz.
Are we back on the air?
Yeah, I've been on for about 5 minutes. Knockers finally got here. Just so that's how much respect he shows for you, Crowder. All right.
What's up, big homie? Damn. Well, that poop took a little longer than I thought. Old man. Sometimes it's just you can't stop it.
You went from that angelic voice over to me.
So I'm sorry.
My guy, you had to put me last. I gotta follow that up.
Exactly.
No, what were you asking him?
No, we were just talking. I was just saying how he was kind of ragging on Philly sports a little bit, just saying, we've got a lot of teams that we could take shots at. Because I was telling everybody, he's one of the greatest follows on Twitter. He literally is.
The best.
From his puns to his sarcastic stuff to his quirk, stuff he comes up with.
No, it's the best.
And so basically he was just taking shots at his own team. But I told him, you got to be excited if you're an Eagles fan this year. Because I think they legitimately have a shot to win the NFC East, especially with Zeke's suspension and their hard schedule. And I don't trust the Giants worth anything. And like you said, the Redskins are the Redskins. I like their chances.
Yeah, what's the buzz? What's the buzz in Philly about the Eagles, man? All bullshit aside, sarcasm aside, what's the buzz, man? Is it good?
No,
is it a good vibe?
There's always hope, but then there's always gloom and doom because I think the offensive line is still an issue. That probably looks to be their weak spot, but there's definitely more optimism than what there was last year.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
There's a big buzz. But guys, I mean, this is all being overshadowed by the Arena Bowl. I mean, come on.
The soul, baby. It's all about the soul and Bon Jovi, baby.
This city is electric right now with soul fever. I mean, I can't walk out the door.
I can't walk out the door. I can't walk out the door being hit with soul.
I can't.
Yeah, soul.
I mean, the Eagles game tonight. The Eagles are just stealing some thunder from the soul tonight. Playing,
That's awesome.
Fantastic. Well, moving on a couple of things here I wanted to pick your brain about. I know we had a big trade in the NBA with Kyrie getting traded to the Celtics here. You've got Isaiah Thomas coming back up to play with LeBron James, which I think is only going to be for 1 year because I've said it from day
LeBron's
one.
gone.
LeBron's coming to the Lakers. What do you think about?
Yeah, he's going to go.
Yeah, what do you think about this trade though? You think it's good for Kyrie, good for Boston? I've been ripping Danny Ainge from day one, thinking this guy,
I told you he was a genius.
Picks, and Knocker's been on saying, the dude knows what he's doing.
Right.
What side of the fence do you lie on here? Do you think Danny Ainge made the right move here? Do you think Kyrie's going to help them maybe get to that? Obviously, I think they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, but can this team beat LeBron now?
I still don't think they could beat LeBron. I think
Really?
LeBron is. I think he's proven before that. Even without Kyrie, I think with Isaiah Thomas back there, he's still. He still could carry a team on his back. I mean, he's proved that before when he was with Cleveland the first time. And I just think that it's not going to hurt them as bad as people think. I really don't.
I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious, man. The motivation for LeBron coming back and having to do it again and carry a team on his back, and everybody's depending on him. I got a 5'9" point guard with a bad hip. I mean, there's a lot of issues there, intangibles that could really just create havoc with Cleveland.
No, I agree. I mean, I just think that sometimes that's when he's at his best. He's always expected to take the load. I think that's part of what makes him as great as he is, even though, it's not like he's not coming off the finals championship, but I mean, he's there all the time. He's perennially there. And I just think sometimes when he takes the load, he wants it, but you also have to bring in the fact that he's not getting any younger. And, and he does have the issues that he has with the players that remain, and there's also the transition factor with, the players that go to Boston. I mean, these are superstar players. You're not all these teams that are trading their superstars. You're also trading people with the prima donna factor, where they have to adjust to these different teams. And they're going into situations where it was one guy's team, now it's going to be theirs. And a lot of times that doesn't happen in one season. So it's a transition. But people think it's going to be immediate returns, and it doesn't always happen like that. It's a different kind of league now.
So let me ask you this, man. I am not by any means a Skip Bayless fan. I think the guy's just a big douchebag.
Yeah, he's brutal.
And I just do not know where he gets what he's coming from. But this take that he was, LeBron's chasing that ghost in Chicago, and as long as he stays in the East, they're never going to give him any credibility. I would like to see LeBron go to the West and play with the best competition and see what happens. But if he doesn't, this guy's suggesting that his legacy is somehow not, as great as if he would have gone to the West. I don't think it fucking matters. 8 finals is 8 finals. No. But I do like.
Exactly.
I think it would be intriguing for LeBron to jump to the West and let's see what happens. What do you think?
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. I mean, it's. I could see his argument, even though he's a total douche. That argument holds some water, but the amount of times he's been there, the fact that he's just a staple every single year, not just in the playoffs period, but in the finals, that invalidates that point. But it would be, like you said, just as interesting to see him in the West, which obviously has the best talent by far. I mean, in my opinion, and see how far he does excel there, because it wouldn't validate his point, but it would show the greatness of LeBron. If it does pass over from one conference to the other, because it is like 2 different leagues. It's like 2 completely different leagues at this point.
Now, if he could take a team from the Western Conference to the finals, then there's no argument. There's absolutely no argument.
If he wins or at least gets to the finals with the Lakers,
doesn't have to win, just gets to the finals.
That's his passing Jordan.
Yes.
Would you agree?
I agree.
Okay. I could see that.
I agree.
I agree too. I think that's what it's. But okay, so are both you guys with the notion that if he does, let's say he goes to the Lakers, but he never gets to a finals, where do you put him? Is he under Jordan then?
I still think he's under Jordan at that point. That's only because Jordan's won so many.
And the 2 years he took off, they would have won those 2 championships. So that would have been eight rings in a row.
Okay, yeah. I could see. I could see that. Well, flipping the page here, Corrado, can you stick with? We're going to cover the AFC North. Can you stick around for about 10 more minutes? Cover that with us.
Absolutely, man.
All right, man. Let's break it down.
That's what I'm
Let's get into
talking
our
about.
previews here. Here we go. Football 2 weeks away, baby. Here we go. I don't know about you, Corrado, but I got a chubs going on right about now.
This is masturbating music. If there ever was masturbating music, that was it right there.
I told my wife on September 7th when the Cowboys play,
right?
This is sex music. We're having this playing as we're having sex.
So I told Wendy, that thong is great, but I need the music in the background, baby. I need the music in the background.
I saw the microphone got excited earlier, too.
I know, right? Did you see that?
Yeah, it was like on Viagra.
Rhino and Viagra on my ass. All right, I like that. All right, guys, we get to our AFC North preview here again. Last few weeks, last month, we've been going over the different divisions, giving you guys the over-unders, kind of our early preseason predictions. So let's get those started here, Knocker. First up here in the AFC North, one of the usually tougher divisions. Even though they have the Browns, like we said earlier, the Browns give you a hell of a game pretty much every week.
I like the fact that they show up.
And let's talk about them first, Knocker. We talked about the controversy there kind of in the quarterback situation. Deshaun Kaiser looking probably to win the starting job there. Hugh Jackson always gets them pumped up for every game here, Knocker. They got Myles Garrett. They've got some players. They got Jabril Peppers. They've got a couple pieces here for the Browns. Real quick, I don't know, Corrado, if you've seen the over-under. What do you think Vegas has the Browns, if you haven't seen it yet, for the over-under here?
Jeez. Is that for win-losses or the point?
Yes.
Yeah, win-losses, total wins.
One loss, total wins. Vegas odds.
For the Browns?
Yes.
Man. I want to say 5.
You're right on.
I was going to go 4.5.
4.5 is what it's at, and it's even money either way, basically.
Really?
So they don't know what you're going to get. Knocker, again, like I said, they've got a few good draft picks. They open up the season against the Steelers, the Ravens, the Colts, and the Bengals. So a tough opening schedule there until they get the Jets in week 5. They have to play the Titans. They have to play the Chargers, the Packers, and they got to play they got a weak yet hard schedule here, Knock. I don't see them getting 5 wins yet. I think they're right at that 4. I give them about that 4-12. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to go 4-12 here with the Browns, but I do think that team that continues to improve. But Deshaun Kaiser, a rookie, I think he's got obviously a few years to grow. Right?
If they had a solid quarterback, I would give you the 5 wins. I would, because I love the way that they show up and play.
Too.
But it's Cleveland.
Yep, it is. It is. Corrado,
what you got? What you got, Corrado, man?
That's right. Cleveland's going to Cleveland, but they could. There could always be that one game that comes out of left field, maybe a garbage game, and that sneaks in and gets you that 5, and either makes you or breaks you, brother. That's how it works.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Again, Knocker. So we're both going to go under on the 4.5 on there. All right, next.
Well, it was 5, right?
No, it's 4.5.
Oh, it's 4.5.
Yeah,
I'm going to go over.
In Vegas.
I'm
going to give them the 5 wins.
You're going to give them the 5
wins?
Yes,
I'm going to go over. I'm going to give them the 5 wins.
Corrado, you're going to go over. If you're at the betting table, what are you doing? Over, under?
I got to go under.
Oh yeah, I got to go under too. I don't have enough faith.
He don't fuck around.
I'm with Corrado.
He does not fucking around.
I'm not that drunk. I'm not that drunk. I'm not going over.
It's late, but I'm not drunk.
I'm not that drunk. That's when you make that bet at after a couple, early morning.
That's the 2 a.m. stumbling around bet,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Call me back around 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'll go back at 3 a.m. to hedge my bet. You go back, you hedge your bet on that one.
That's fucking awesome.
All right, next up here at the Baltimore Ravens. Their quarterback Flacco took an injury in preseason. They've always been that team that's just kind of that 800 team. They're there, they aren't there. I just don't really know. I like their coach. I do like Harbaugh as their coach here. They've got a couple pieces on offense, maybe a little on defense, but Knocker, 9 wins is
Don't tell.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's 9 wins. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm going way under.
Are you going way? I'm going way under too.
I'm going 6 wins.
Corrado, what do you got, man?
Yeah, I would say 6 or 7. I got to go under on that though.
I got to go under too.
Yeah.
I don't.
Are they boring?
Yeah, they got to be the boringest team in the NFL.
I mean, I thought the Jets were boring. This team is just boring.
Yeah. And they can afford to. Years ago, when they could afford to be boring offensively, they had that great defense. Now they don't have that to compensate.
I see a whole lot of 10-6 losses.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I see.
Exactly.
I see
low
that
scoring
too.
games, brutal, boring. switching to red zone every 2 seconds.
Yeah, unless you've got one of their offensive players, you're not watching much of the Ravens this year. So we're all in agreement going under 9 wins, under 9 wins with Baltimore. Okay.
So I got to ask him now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Corrado.
Yes.
The guy stealing batteries.
Yes.
Polarizing event, wouldn't you say?
It is. It's shocking.
It's really shocking, right?
What I want to know is he stealing the batteries so he could throw them at the home opener at an opposing player?
Was he positively identified? Or is there a negative aspect to this? Right? I can go on all day. I can go on all day, man. I can match you. I can match you, stupid Mark, for this.
Yeah, and Corrado, what's with you Philly fans getting in a preseason fight over hot dogs?
What's up with that? You're fighting over hot dogs?
Well, it was a preseason fight. We have to practice our fights during the preseason. I mean, we have to warm up for the regular season.
There's a good reason you guys have a jail.
Have they torn
stadium.
the Rocky statue down yet? Have they torn it down?
No, and I wish they would. You know my feelings on that.
Corrado hates that.
I'd be the first one in line to tear that down.
Yeah, Corrado would be. He hates that. He's been vocal on Twitter about. Yeah, he hates it.
I still don't know why they don't have a Johnny Callison statue up in Philadelphia. I'm still wondering about that, man.
Well, the biggest disgrace is that we had a Rocky statue who's fictional. Before we had a Joe Frazier statue,
right?
Who was
what the fuck is
living,
that about?
Champion.
What is up with that?
What the fuck?
You know, I would even expect a Manny Trio statue before that. I mean, come on. The guy was a stalwart second baseman. He made you World Series champions.
He was awesome. He was the unsung hero that.
That's great,
really was.
Dude. You guys are awesome.
That's good.
The Manny Trio.
The Manny Trio.
I would take him over Rocky any day of the week.
Right?
I stand out. I get a lot of heat for that, obviously, down here.
Yeah, you got to, man. You've got to be on the
Of course I do.
You know, you got to be on that.
I don't go with the flow, though, man.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, moving on here. Cincinnati Bengals knock. Again,
oh my God! What an enigma of a team!
My
God!
Yeah, the Red Ryder BB gun out there flinging it around. God. I mean, they still got AJ Green. They've got the defense.
How does he still have a job?
Yeah, Marvin Lewis is still there.
I still think Carson Palmer's their quarterback. That's how bad I am with this.
What do you think their over/under is?
7.
What do you got, Corrado?
I gotta go 8.
Yeah, Corrado's closer. Ding ding for Corrado there. 8.5.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Wow.
Why are they so high in the Bengals and the Ravens? It's like,
yeah.
Because most of these teams split their divisional games, right? So they mainly go 3-3. Most of them.
Well, you know, Ocho Cinco is a big part of their offense. You know, and Carson Palmer, if he stays healthy, he'll be okay. And Ickey Woods, Ickey Woods, hell of a back.
Yeah.
If Ickey Woods can get 20 carries a game, I think the Bengals will be fine.
You just pulled an Ickey Woods.
Yeah, Boomer's healthy.
Yeah,
right?
Boomer's healthy. There we go.
Bob Trumpy, Collinsworth.
Exactly.
Collinsworth, hell of a wide receiver.
That's right. He is.
I don't know who plays for that team. I have no idea who's on that team.
Right? You know Andy Dalton.
Give me Kenny Anderson, for God's sake.
Well, they got John Ross in the draft out of Washington, wide receiver out of Washington.
Mr. Fumbles.
Mr. Fumbles. And they got Joe Mixon as well from Oklahoma. So,
Mr. Whatever.
Yeah, punches a girl in the face. My God.
Punch my girl out in a bar. Yeah, but I'm good.
Yeah, seriously.
Good. Give me the ball.
You know what he should? No, you know what
it should be a cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
No, he started earlier.
There it is.
He started earlier. He had to get one in there. You know what you know what they should put on the back of Mixon's jersey knocker?
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
You got knocked the fuck out,
bitch. Right?
I'm sorry, I am not for hitting women, but that is just too good not to play right now.
He knocked her ass out.
Absolutely.
Cleaned her clock.
As only a Sooner can.
And every other man that was in that establishment is a pussy. Because they didn't stand up and knock that dude. Yeah, they just sat there and watched that shit. You ever see a woman hit like that? I'm telling you right now, you fucking murder that motherfucker. Right? That doesn't happen. That's
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
All right, Sooner football.
We going 8.5 under. What are we going, fellas?
Oh, under.
Under?
Yeah,
I think they fall apart.
You think they fall? I'm gonna. Yeah, they go.
I think they fall apart. 7-9.
7-9.
Yeah.
8-8. All right.
Yeah.
Again, the cream of the crop here, Knocker. Usually in the AFC North, the Pittsburgh Steelers
Right.
once again.
Exactly.
Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Ben
Right.
Roethlisberger. Man, that
Hey,
picture of Big Ben
Juju Smith.
He's playing. He's gonna be good.
He's playing some good ball
Did you see
right
that
now,
picture of Ben Roethlisberger after one of their practices? He had an ice strapped onto his shoulder, one on his thigh, one on his knee. It's like, bro, I think that's time to retire.
That's like me after having sex with your mom. That's what I look like.
Oh my God!
That's what I look like. I call in sick the next day, and I'm in a tub of ice. I'm sorry, boss. Got it on with Wendy last night.
I'm
Can't
glad
come
he
in.
said it, not me.
Best 30
God.
seconds of her life.
Oh man. Well, hey. So combined to the 5 kids you had a good 2.5 minutes.
With
You had a
foreplay.
good 2.5 minutes.
That's with foreplay and dinner.
Wow. 2.5 minutes of 5 kids later. All right. Knocker, Pittsburgh, what do you got over under Vegas?
I think they're going 11.
What do you got, Corrado?
I got 10.
Right, you guys are both banked 10.5 there for the
Right.
Steelers. But
All
it's
right,
even,
we're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, even money on both sides of the ball here. You look at their schedule; they open up against the Browns, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Ravens. They could go 4-0 in that stretch right there,
Right.
very easily.
Ben's got to stay healthy. Though,
Hey,
too.
do Philly
That's the main point there. Yep.
do Philly fans
Yeah.
even give a shit about Pittsburgh, or is there animosity,
Not,
or
as
they
far
just
as
really
hockey
don't
they do.
care?
Hockey, they do.
Hockey they do. Hockey, and that's it.
Oh my God,
they
the
hate
Flyers,
Penguins.
man! What is going on with the Flyers? The once proud
Well,
Don't get him
fucking
started.
Flyers,
Don't get Corrado
dude.
started.
What's going
Don't get me
on with
started
that
on them
team?
either.
No, I want to get you started.
Hey,
Bring it, man!
they
I want
have-
some hate.
They have
Spew.
old ladies with leopard bras. They're doing all right.
Right, well, the biggest thing that happened in the Flyers hockey for the last 3 years was the big bitch with the leopard bra. What's going on?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, they haven't had a goalie since their current general manager Hextall was
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
and Bernie
problem.
Perrant and Hextall. Yeah, that's about it. Stops
Yeah.
right
And
there.
that's basically it. Hextall was with us twice. So, I mean, he left and then came back.
Yeah.
So that's been their perennial problem. They go into every season with the rotating goaltenders, and you know what they say: you have 2 goaltenders means you have none. So I really don't know where I think they're going.
I think they need to bring back Dave Schultz, and all their problems will be solved.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, believe me, they celebrate them every goddamn night.
76, yeah,
Every
Broad
night.
Street Bullies, yeah, we won once, yeah.
90% of fans have no clue who that team was, but they're gonna pull them out every night.
That's
They'll bring them
funny
out,
shit.
and pretty soon they're gonna be throwing Depends on the ice.
Oh, man. This is why you follow him on Twitter, people. That's what I'm telling you. All right, guys, just finish off because we're gonna go to break here. Over under 10.5 for the Steelers. What do you got?
They're going 11.
Corrado, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, I gotta go overs too. 11.
Yeah, I got to win
Absolutely.
this. I still think they're the pride of that division. So, hey, man, thank you so much. You were such. I love having
I love
you
this
on,
guy, man.
I
He's
would
the
have you
best.
on our show permanently if you were down here, like seriously, and have you in studio. You're a great follow on Twitter. You know your shit. You're funny.
Well, pump your shit out because you're on
Yeah.
Tony Bruno and all that shit,
Yeah.
man. Pump out everything that you're on right now. Pimp it.
Absolutely. Well, actually, I was on the podcast this summer. I had to take most of the summer off because of my daughter. She had class during the week, so it was like kind of
Right.
conflicting.
Family
whatever. So I hope to be
shit.
back there once school starts. Get back in the mix. But me and Tony are always interacting. My man Luigi Curtos, who's on the show, he's actually
Luigi.
doing a fantasy football show starting next week on Thursday.
Okay.
Hey, make sure you get in our Pigskin Pick'em League, man. Sign up for the Pigskin
All right, I'll
Pick'em
look
League.
it up, man.
Yeah, I'll send you the link out there. Get yourself in there so we can talk some shit to you.
So
during the
continue. Pimp it out. Pimp it out.
Yeah, listen now. If the one more thing, if the Soul win, if they win the Arena Bowl, I'm going to interview all 2 fans that are at the parade. So it'll be,
Both of them as
And
they
I'll-
come
I'll-
out. Yeah.
I'll send you that tape.
Right, holding their 32-ounce PBRs. Yeah.
Finally have a parade on Broad Street again.
There you go.
Right, it'll go 1 block in a Kia Soul,
That's
right?
all it- Last year it was in the parking lot last year of Chicky and Pete's, which is, the local sports bar. The parade was actually in the parking lot. They had to move like 4 cars. And, that was the extent of the whole celebration. So this year they might move 5 cars. I don't know.
Man.
So
and Bon Jovi was unplugged out of the sunroof, right? Yeah!
Of course, yeah. All the North Jersey Cougars were in attendance to see Bon Jovi. So it was great. A lot of Aquanet.
Oh, man.
Aquanet. He threw an Aquanet ref out there. I love it.
Oh, man. That is such good stuff. Well, dude, follow him again. Follow him on Twitter. He is just as good as he is on the radio with us. Follow him on Twitter at Forza Corrado. Bro, we're going to talk to you later in the year. We'll talk to you in a few weeks because I wanted, once the season gets kicked off, we got to have you back on the show, man.
All right, beautiful, man. Good to talk to you guys.
Yeah,
right,
you too.
brother.
You take
You
care. We'll be supporting you as we always do, man. You have a good night.
You guys, same here. You too.
Thank you. God, dude, he's so good. Dude, he's just, like, I want to go have a beer in a bar at that dude. Like, just shoot the shit with
He's just a Philly dude.
He's got
just
the
a Philly
accent,
guy.
like,
right?
And he's the only Philly guy I know that hates Rocky.
And what's nice is we don't give a shit about the Steelers.
No.
We don't even fucking think about them. Fuck them.
Talking about the fucking Flyers. We've just been right into hockey. That's what we do here. Give me the breakdown in the Steelers. Well, the Flyers this year.
Yeah, Flyers, yeah.
All right, now come back. We got a bone to pick.
We got
With
shot of
my
the week.
man
and we got all
O-Dog,
kinds
shot
of
of the
shit.
week. We might go over. I think we're going to go over a little
I
bit
think
today.
so. That's all right.
We're going to pick a little bone with O-Dog. Me and Knock. We're going to set him straight. Yeah?
Oh, he's going to actually ball up and call in?
Hopefully he's got the balls to call in here. So we'll talk about that. Shot of the week. Got some college football with the B-Knock coming up. Drunk of the week. I think we're going to go at least another hour here, Knock. Maybe 45
I'm thinking
minutes.
so.
We got a lot more coming up on the show. McGregor versus Mayweather. A little bit more on that. A good fight in baseball. So a lot more. But get
Stay
your
with
shots
us.
ready. Get your shots.
Get your drugs ready.
What are we going to drink?
Fill that bong. Oh, we got to finish up
What we
the blue label.
Okay, we'll drink some of that when we get back. Right after this.
You.